Maharaj Murari Prabhu. He will be taking today's Pāsuram. It's a very important Pāsuram. 27th day, Kudaravelli Govinda. So today's we are just a small introduction about Prabhu. Prabhu is very good Sevadari, and he has joined in 2007. He's gone, and he got initiated by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj in 2017. Prabhu takes a lot of Telugu Bhakti Vriksha classes, and he reach out to many of the public to reach for the event, bigger events, and support Sri Balaji Kalyanam event, which happened last week only, 1st January in Dubai, Ajman. So he's very actively involved in Krishna conscious activities, and is supported by Her Grace Padmakshi Kesavi Mataji and son Harish Bharadwaj, who is a Youth Seva team member, ISKCON Singapore. So Prabhu will give class today for the 27th Pāsuram. Hare Krishna Prabhu, we welcome. Everybody will welcome Prabhu with one round of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra chanting. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Before that, we will have one, the Taniyam will be chanted by, Prabhu will say that. Prabhu, you can say who is going to chant the Taniyam?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandat Pranam. I think Parameshwar Gaur Prabhu given me the names of. Okay, Tanyan will be Aishwarya Mataji will be reciting the Tanyan.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Nila Tungasthanagari Tadi Supta Mutmutya Krishnam Parartyam Swam Shruti Sadasirasittam Atyapayanti Swochishtayam Shachinigalidam Ya Balatkritya Bhunkte Godatasya Nama Idamidam Bhuya Evastu Bhuyaha Annavayar Puduvai Āndāl Arangirkku Pannu Tiruppāvai Palpadiam Innisayal Paadi Koduttal Narpāmalai Poomalai Soodi Koduttaalai Sollu Soodi Kodutha Sudarkodiye Thiruppāvai Paadiyarula Palvalayai Naadi Needu Engadarvarkkenna Vidhi endra immaatram Naangadava Vanname Nalgu. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Pāsuram, Vishaka Suresh Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Kudārai veldum si Govinda. Kudārai veldum si Govinda Undanai Paadi Parai Kondu Yam Perum Sammanam Paadi Parai Kondu Yam Perum Sammanam Nadu Pugalum Parisinal Nandraga Nadu Pugalum Parisinal Nandraga Sudagame Tolvalaye Tode Sevi Puve Padagame Indranaya Palkalanum Yamani Om Adai Udu Pom Adan Pinne Parsoru Mudane Peide Murangai Vari Vara மூட நெய்பெய்து முழங்கை வழிவாறு கூடி இருந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோ ரெம்பாவாய். மூட நெய்பெய்து முழங்கை வழிவாறு கூடி இருந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோ ரெம்பாவாய். Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you very much Mataji. Wonderful, it was a wonderful singing. Amazing, really. Good start with the recitation of the Pāsuram. Prabhu, can we start the class?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I'm opening the rooms. Hare Krishna backup rooms. Yes, Prabhu, we can start here.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Śrī Advaita Gadadhara, Śrīvāsādi Gaurokta, Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya, Bhadave, Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namne, Namaste Saraswati Devi, Gauravana Pracharani, Nirvisheshunyavadi, Paschasthestarani. Tiruppāvai, Pāsuram 27. Swachishtamalika, Bandaganda Bandhura Jisnave, Vishnu Chitta Tanujaye, Godaye, Nityam Bhāgavata Sevayā, Tiruvadigalē Sharanam. I'm very fortunate to have to take this Pāsuram. Please forgive me for any of my mistakes, because basically I'm not a Tamil person. Second, normally I don't preach in English, because most of my classes, 99%, I take only in Telugu. So more or less, it's the first time I'm doing this English preaching, that too in Nityam Bhāgavata Sevayā, and that too in the month of Mārgasirsha, Tiruppāvai, the holy month of Mārgasirsha and Tiruppāvai. Apart from that, this is another very, very, very important verse. Among all the 30 verses, 30 Pāsurams in Tiruppāvai, this is one of the very good Pāsuram, very important Pāsuram, which speaks and talks about the offering to the Lord, and at the same time, getting the prasadam from the Lord. These are the two important aspects what a Vaishnava desires always. So this is the one. Kūdārai vellum sīr Govinda, undannai paadi parai kondu yam peru sammanam. Nādu pugalum parisinal nandraga, Sūdagame tolvalaye tode sevippuve. Padagame ennayai paal kalanum yam anivom. Adai uduppom adan pinne paarsoru. Mūdanai peidu mulangai vadivara. கூடியிருந்து குளிர்ந்தேலோ எம்பாவாய் ஆண்டாள் திருவடிகளே சரணம். Let us look into this, the meaning of this particular Pāsuram. If you look into all the Pāsurams, in every Pāsuram, the Āndāl actually chants in holy name of the Lord. In this particular Pāsuram, Āndāl chanted Om Govindāya Namaha. O Lord Govinda, you have the benign supremacy of winning over your opponents. By glorifying you, we shall get the para, means the drum or instrument, percussion instrument, or ultimate. Para means another meaning in Sanskrit is ultimate, with honor. Thus we get reward and glory universally. We will adorn ourselves with many ornaments like bracelets, shoulder ornaments, ear studs, rings in the form of flowers and anklets. We will wear new clothes. After that, eat kheer, payasam, prepared with milk, rice, and sometimes ghee spilling over up to the elbows. We shall ever be united with you and thus become cool in heart and stay joyous. This is the intention of the gopis, when they reach to the Lord, and this is what they're offering, and they are requesting the Lord. Let us go by, meanings of this particular Pāsuram. Kūdārai vellum sīr Govinda. Govinda, you who has the divine ability to win over those who oppose you. This is the biggest ability. The Lord always, whomever oppose him, they win over them. At the same time, our mind, intelligence, and false ego are fighting against us. So we are trying to surrender onto you, and they become they become hurdles to us, our surrender. And so please, we know what those things, by chanting the names of the Govinda Nama itself. Undanai paadi parai kondu, sing your praise to receive the drum. This is the intention. But if you look into that, with Kirtan, one can attain the para. This is the prescription for the Kali Yuga, am I right? Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama hi kevalam, kalu nasteva nasteva gatiranyatha. So just by chanting the names, one can attain the para. Para means the ultimate. Yam perusammanam, the rewards we would receive. And Nadu Pugalum Parisinal Nandraga. The world is surprised seeing our rewards. Why the Āndāl is insisting on this? Which is to receive the gifts from the Lord means, she is setting an examples as per Bhagavad Gita 3.21. Yadyad acharati shreshtas tat tat evataro janaha sayat pramanam kurte lokastad anuvartate. By setting an example, she is showing us that, what we can receive, what we have to surrender, how to surrender, and all these things, So she set an example. She is asking, we should get rewarded by you. Sudagame, what are those rewards? Basically, Sudagame, a type of ornament worn in the hands, like bracelets, and then that means we should be given the tulasi beads, because the ornament for any Vaishnava is tulasi beads in their hand. Tulvalaye, ornament worn around the shoulders. That means, the ornaments normally in the Vaishnava, Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, Vaishnavas are imprinted with Shanku and Chakra on their shoulders. Something, we are looking for that. Hands in the service of the Lords. That is the intention, what we have to receive it. Today, Sivipuve, flower-like ornaments for the ear lobes, basically, for the ears, flower-like ornaments. This is actually with the intensive Shravanam, increase our intensive Shravanam, so that, like flowers, we will invite those bees, nectar of Krishna Kadha, Padagame, anklets, basically. That means, the anklets, what we are expecting is that will give us an opportunity, bless us to go more and more Vaishnava temples, and all our feet has to be dusted with the visiting the Vaishnava temples. Endranai Pal Kalnum Yam Nandrag Anivam, we will perfectly wear whatever decorated by you and Napinnai, Neela Devi, many such ornaments. Whatever we give, we are ready to do any service instructed by you, Krishna. Whatever the instruction given by you or your disciples, we are ready to accept and honor and move forward. Adayudupom, we will adorn lovely robes, enhanced by you. Whatever the robes you given by you, we will wear it. The intention behind it is that, the knowledge with practice. That means the knowledge, we may have the knowledge, endless knowledge, but as long as it is not practiced, it becomes useless. So the knowledge, what is called as body covered, and then, the practice, that is the robe. The body is knowledge and the robe is the practice. So we need to do more and more practice than, apart from the knowledge also. Adan pinne parsor moodanai pedu mulangai valivara. Of that rice boiled in milk and totally immersed in ghee drips down over our elbows. It's a Krishna Prasadam. It's, the Krishna Prasadam, Samtamas Krishna Prasadam one should have. One should offer and one should have the Samtamas Krishna Prasadam, the intention behind it. Kudirindu kulirindelo. All these things, why we are doing is that just to get your association at your feet, we get united with you. That itself is an enjoy, bliss and coolness, which gives the shanti, coolness to us. That's the association of Krishna. That's the overall overview of the entire Pāsuram, what it tells and what we have to receive in it. Let us go in bit detail. Kudarai vellum sir Govinda, oh Govinda, it's your very nature to win over those who oppose you and lose to your devotees. We are surrendered to. When you can win over your opponents, we are surrendered souls. Please accomplish our request. Lord Krishna can easily defeat the greatest enemies, but stand humble with your devotees. That's why gopis are asking, you seem to think that you have defeated us by your exquisite beauty, but in actually, you are defeated by Hare Krishna. Anything? Hare Krishna. Okay. You seem to think that you have defeated us by your exquisite beauty, but actually you are defeated by our gnana, bhakti, and vairagya. We reached this to this extent up to your footsteps, up to your where you are residing because of our gnana, bhakti, and vairagya. So Lord actually destroys whoever offend him, but he's always in subdued to before is one who has surrendered, even if not sincerely, but in token only. This is what it is expressed in in Ramayana and Mahabharata also. Rama given an ultimatum to Ravana to surrender, but Ravana ignores his instruction. Such way he got destroyed. In the same way, whereas Vibhishana surrendered to him, even when Vibhishana came to surrender to Rama, then the Rama's associate, they advises him not to accept the brother of the demon. But the Lord is so merciful, he accepts Vibhishana, and then he protects him, and subsequently Vibhishana receives the reward as a ruler of Lanka. In the same way, Krishna was, doesn't have any mercy on Duryodhana or the people associated with Duryodhana, but he was, so subdued to the Pandavas. Even he was prepared to do a service to the Pandavas by a charioteer, Arjuna, Arjuna. He wins his devotees by his perfection, enemies by arrows. This is the beauty of the Krishna. What he do? He wins his devotees by his perfection. When the devotee is perfectly with perfection itself, the devotee can win the Lord. And at the same time, the Lord is merciless on those enemies with arrows. Krishna has won over the gopis who, as per their feministic nature, would have stayed indoors. But when the gopis during the Rasa Krida, when the gopis, they might have stayed indoors. But Krishna won over them, and they left their ego. What they left at their home, they haven't left anything. They left their ego and reached to the Krishna's doorstep. So this is what one has to surrender his mind, intelligence, and false ego to the lotus feet of the Lord. Then he can overcome. Apart from that, in this particular Pāsuram, first time Āndāl is mentioning about the names of Govinda. Govinda is a wonderful name, actually. One of the purest forms of the names and one of the dearest forms of the names for the devotees, Govinda. Lord addressed as Govinda in this particular first time in this Pāsuram, and subsequently in the next two Pāsurams also, Āndāl Tayar mentions about another two times about Govinda. We all know that Govinda means Lord of earth, Lord of speech, Lord of cows, Lord of senses, and all these things. By calling Krishna as Govinda, gopis are referring to him as belonging to the same community. You are Govinda. We are also from Gokula. So we are, both very close to each other. So being your people, basically, you need to accept us, you need to give us, you need to fulfill us whatever we are asking. So the same thing Brahma Samhita says that, am I right? Govinda, it talks about Govinda Nama, Govinda Adipurusha Tamaham Bhajami. That means whenever the Lord is praised, whenever the Lord is, we do the stotra, stuti, whatever it might be, the name Govinda is, obviously it comes into in praising the Lord. Actually, that's the reason why. And Lord also likes it a lot because it's the most dearest names of the Lord. Even Annamacharya, one of the eminent preacher in Telugu, actually, who was associated with, who was a contemporary to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, tells that Govinda Ashrita Gokula Brinda Pavana Jaya Jaya Paramananda. So what happens is the Ashrita, whomever take the shelter of the Lord Govinda, then he gives the immense pleasure, Paramananda, immense pleasure to those devotees. He's brought emotionally closer through the use of his more informal name. So basically, and Krishna, Govinda gives more closeness to the Lord. If you go to Tirupati, always, the name of Govinda was, actually, it will be heard everywhere across the temple city, actually. The Govinda name, even Srila Prabhupada, when he visited the Tirupati Tirumala temple, he was quite impressed the way how the pilgrims are, chanting the names of Govinda. So the Krishna protects the cows that neither oppose him nor surrender to him or in any way grateful to him. This is a paritranaya sadhuna. This is a always the pleasure of the Krishna actually. His love flows towards those who are incapable and depend on him for protection. Particularly when they chant the name of Govinda and they're not able to reach him, but the Krishna extends his arm and accepts them. So in the same way, Krishna, loves more calves than the cows. This is what the Pāsuram describes actually. Undannai padi, sing your praise. Now our mouth and tongue will be blessed with the purpose of existence, because the purpose of mouth is, to sing the praise the Lord, and at the same time to accept the prasadam of the Lord. Those are the things, explained in this particular Pāsuram. Instead of singing about you, the gopis are saying that singing about divine self, because they're in, with a respectful manner, in the closeness, then, they're becoming, devotional expression is more moving forward. You should have taught about us, but now we are here to sing your praise. So, Paraikondu, after receiving the drum and all other requested in the previous verse, whatever requested, we came here to get the parai. What is the parai? Parai is, actually an instrument in Tamil. If you look into that, it's the percussion drum basically. But if you look into the inner meaning, intense meaning of para means, the ultimate basically. We always say that paraloka, paramatma, parandhama. So what is this? Para means, the ultimate, nothing beyond that. So we want something para from you, because no one else can give this para. Who can give? Krishna only can give the para, because we can, with the para, one can, reaches the Goloka Vrindavan. That is the way, it leads to the Janma Rahichyam. No one else can give except Krishna the para. That's the reason why we came to you. We are requesting you as a surrendered souls, give us the para. Yam Peru Sammanam. So what you have given is that, it has to be, it has to be bigger, because Krishna always, showers whatever, whenever he blesses, he showers. Like Sudama. Sudama hasn't asked anything, but he knows the intention of Sudama, and he showered with him whatever he deserves. Actually, the rewards, whatever the rewards we are expecting, is that whatever he issues by you as a prasada, Mahaprasadam, the garlands, the ornaments, the clothes worn by the Lord himself, this is what we are requesting as the Mahaprasada. You give us that. In Ramayana, actually, Sumanta asks Rama, Dasharatha summons Rama through Sumanta. So Rama actually leaves the palace. When he was leaving the palace, Sita follows him, and Sita stands in the footsteps of the door. Then Rama realizes, and then he came back and he rewards her with the garland what he was wearing. What was the reward? Like that, like Sita got the garland. In the same way, we should get the garland. So the gopis wish to be praised by the Lord, thereby all the insult. Once, a bliss of the Lord and, a reward from the Lord, that will remove all the sin. It will vanish everything, all the insults and, sins, whatever they attained by the many janma actually. So this is what I'm expecting. Yam Peru Sammanam, they're expecting like something like Akurra, which was mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 10th canto, 38th chapter. When the Akrura is part of it. Kim maya charitam bhadram, kim taptam paramam tapaha, kim vatapi arhate dattam, yad drakshayami adjakeshavam. What pious deeds I have done, what severe asterisks is undergone, what worship performed or charity given, so that today I will see Lord Keshava. So today I got the opportunity. This is the mindset of the Akrura. What we have done, what I have done. So I got this opportunity to see the Lord. And then in the same way, when he approaches with that mindset, his mind, intelligence, false ego, everything, he surrenders unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Then Lord blesses him. How? Let us see. Bhagavam Samtam Abhiprecha Rathanga Panina Parirebhe Bhupraksha Pritaha Pranata Vatsalaha. Recognizing Akrura, Lord Krishna drew him close with his hand. So he pulled Akrura, he hugged him, which bears the sign of the chariot wheel, and then embraced him. The Lord, embraced him. Krishna felt pleased, for he is always benignly disposed towards his surrendered devotees. So once, Krishna took him and embraced the Akrura, he was also praised. And Akrura, the ecstasy of Akrura cannot be explained, because he got the para actually. He got the ultimate, whatever he's living for. So this is what something similar to that Yam Peru Sammanam we should receive. Nadupugalam Parisinal Randraga. The world is surprising our reward. This is the meaning of it. Not just to feel proud for our fame, but while others talk, the rewards blessed on the gopis by Krishna, others also get the follow the same. This is what they're requesting. You need to, once you give this, once you bless your shower your blessings on us, then obviously this will set an example to all the surrendered soul. Whatever action a great man performs, common men follow in the same way. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. This is the intention behind Āndāl. So she is showing an example. She followed the Kachayani Vrat, did by gopis in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And then, she is setting another example in the Kali Yuga, saying that this is the path one has to follow as a surrendered soul to the Lord. And the next thing, let us see, Sudagame. First, the ornament to the hands that holds. That means to serve the Lord, basically. So you need to give us an opportunity to serve you, Lord, basically. That means, whenever we get an opportunity to serve, that means, we doesn't deserve it. But, the God is so merciful, the Lord is so merciful, Krishna is so merciful, so that he gives the opportunity to service like an insignificant soul to me, like me. Today got an opportunity to talk about this wonderful Pāsuram, Udārai Vellum Śrī Govinda. Tulvalaye, next the ornaments to the shoulders. That means, as I mentioned to you in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, the initiation ceremony starts with the imprint of Shanku and Chakra on their shoulders. Why this Shanku and Chakra means, once they embrace each other, the ornament in their ear becomes the ornament. Because, once they wear the flowers as an ornaments to the earlobes, once the Lord embraces them, these flowers on his shoulders, the Karna Pushpa spreads fragrance so that, it gives pleasure to the Lord. That's the reason why they're asking flowers. Apart from that, they're asking all these Vaishnava robes and everything. Why this means, in Brahma-Vaivarta Purana, there is a conversation between Yamaraj and Savitri. All you know that, Savitri is such a story, and then Savitri always, begs Yamaraj, to return, to give the life back to her husband. But basically, during that particular conversation, if anyone has gone through the Brahma-Vaivarta Purana or not, I'm sure. Actually, Brahma-Vaivarta Purana beautifully describes, Radha Krishna, one of the very rare, one of the best Puranas which describes the pastimes of the Radha and Krishna and, incarnation of Radha and Krishna and everything. In that, there is a chapter which describes the conversation between Yamaraj and Savitri. In one of the questions, Savitri asks a question, Yamaraj, where you won't go, where you cannot come. Tell me a place, or tell me something where you cannot enter. Then the Yamaraj reveals the secret of it. Actually, he tells that I cannot take life of a body with Vaishnava, signs of Vaishnava, and I cannot enter to a house with the signs of Vaishnava, the Vishnu. That means, if the house is decorated with the Vaishnava signs, Shanku, Chakra, and the Tilaka, and the same way, if the body is decorated with the Vaishnava signs as Shanku, Chakra, and the Tilaka, and Tulsi beads, these are the Vaishnava signs, basically, the Vaishnava attack, Vaishnava dress, basically. So when the persons or the house have these signs on them, those places I cannot enter. He doesn't have permission to enter or take the life of a person who was wearing the Vaishnava signs. This is very secret. Yamaraj reveals it to Savitri. Padagame, ornaments of the legs. So the beauty of all these things, we know that, in Ambarish Charita, Savayamanaha Krishna Padaravindayor, Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanu Varnane, Karau Harer Mandira Marjana Adisho. So why the hands are there to clean the holy place, to temples of the Lord? Why we have the eyes to see the Lord? Why we have the nose, basically, to take the fragrance of the Tulasi offered to the Lord? Why we have the feet means, we have to go to the Vaishnava temples, so that, our feet has to be dusted with the visits to Vaishnava temple. So this is the ornaments what they're actually asking it. Indranai pal kalanum yamanimom. We are ready to wear not just for decorating us, but for Krishna's happiness by following his instructions. So in Bhakti Yoga, Uddhava tells that Namostute Mahayogin Prapannam Anusadhimam Yathatva Charanam Bhoje Ratishyan Anpanehi. Obeisance unto you, O great of yogis, please instruct me who I am surrendered unto you, how I may have undeviating attachment to your lotus feet. Whatever your instructions you give, we follow. Only thing is that we doesn't have any deviation. We should not have been moving away from your lotus feet. And then she asked about Adai Udupom. We will wear the ornaments and don robes blessed by you, thereby receiving the admiration of one and all. So we serve you with our senses, shower us with our blessings as robes. So what we do is that whatever the senses we have, we serve all those in your service. We put all those senses in the service. So what you need to cover us, you need to cover us with your blessings as a robes, as a shower. This is what Draupadi actually in the Mahabharata. Actually, all you know that when Dusyasan pulls the robe of the Draupadi, and then she chants the names of the Lord. She prays the Lord Govinda. Then immediately the names of the Lord itself becomes the Vastra to Draupadi. This is the beauty of the Lord names. So that's the reason why we serve you with all your senses. You bless us with your names, so that we are always immersed in the holy names of the Lord. In the same time, the Shastra says that Vastram Avaranaya Striya. That means the Stri has to be covered with the robes, basically. This one, you know that, the pastime of the Krishna in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam also, we know that. Stri means here the Jivatma. The Jivatma has to be covered with the robes. Without robes, it becomes, it's not acceptable. So the Jivatma has to be covered with the robes. What is that robes? The robes of knowledge of Paramatma. That means, one Jivatma has to know the Paramatma, the relation between Jivatma and Paramatma. This is the knowledge. What is Jivatma? Who is Paramatma? And then the knowledge, the relation between Jivatma and Paramatma, then only it is a complete. So the knowledge of Jivatma, without the knowledge of Jivatma, Paramatma, the Jivatma will become robeless, without any clothes. So the Jivatma has to have the knowledge of the Paramatma, and with practice, then the knowledge has to be known and practiced. So without the practice, then the Jivatma becomes nude. It will not be moving anywhere actually. So this is what explained in this particular by Acharyas. Adan pinne parsoru moodapai nei peidu mulangu palivara. Food cooked in milk and saturated with ghee to such an extent that when a morsel is taken in the hand, when the ghee is taken, the ghee flows down in the elbow. So today, actually, in many places across on this particular Pāsuram, in all the Vaishnava temples, what they do is that they prepare the kheer with a lot of ghee and they offer to the Lord. So now you've given everything, ornaments, you've given the dress and everything. Now what we do is that we offer the delicious food. Let us enjoy the food. The sweet rice cooked in ghee symbolizes sweetness and delight of the union with the God. So the sweetness and the rice, association of these two, and cooking together, it becomes the delightness of the Lord. All we remember that in the Pāsuram tomb, in the second Pāsuram, Āndāl mentions about, Niyunnom, Palunnom, Nakade, Niradi. It means, we won't take ghee or, ghee or milk during this vrata actually. But now we are, we come to the end of the vrata, so that, we are offering this. So Krishna also did not enjoy the same, because, they mentioned that we are not taking. So Krishna said, my devotees are not taking. So why should I? That's the reason why he also not. Now the time has come. We met together so that let us, enjoy the particular kheer payasam, kudare Sri Govinda. So when I'm preparing that particular slide, there is one incident came into my mind. Pastime of the Krishna. All we know that, Srila Prabhupada also many times mentions about Bilamangal Thakur. Bilamangal Thakur is also known as Leela Sukha. That means, whatever the Leelas by the pastimes by the Lord was not mentioned in the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, then, Bilamangal Thakur visualized those pastimes. One of the very beautiful pastimes he prescribed in Krishna Karnamurtam, Bilamangal Thakur. So one of the pastime is that, Krishna goes to goes to one of the gopis' house to steal the butter. So what happens is that this gopi was very, very smart. So what she ties the bells to the particular butter pot, whatever is hanging butter pots, so that if Krishna comes and steals the butter, the bells will ring. Then Krishna is also smart. So he went along with his friends, and they sneaked into the particular house. They went and he cautioned the bell. Say, I'm going to steal the butter, but don't ring. He instructed the ring bells basically. So what he did, he took the butter and he passed on to his friends. Finally, he took the last piece of butter and then he started having it. Then immediately the bells rang. Then Krishna was angry, said, why you people, I don't know, when I instructed you not to ring, why you rang? Then he said, no, hey Bhagavan, whenever there is an offering to you, we cannot stop bringing. This is our duty, prime duty, because we have to ring whenever there is an offering. So now it is offered to you. So as long as it is going to your friends, it doesn't have any issue. But once it is coming to your mouth, then we have to ring. This is our prime duty. That's the beauty of. That's the reason why Leela Sukha or Belvangal Thakur, is mentioned as Leela Sukha, another Sukadeva who visualized the past tense of the Lord. Then the last part of that Kudirandu Kulirindolu. The main objective of gopis is not just enjoying the food, but being along with Krishna. This is the major reason. So all these things, what they know, they're creating all this pastime to enjoy, they have the blissful time with the Lord. So the essence of the two Vedic verses has been elegantly given by Āndāl in the 26th and 27th Pasurams. What is those Vedic verses? Let us do. Niranjanaha paramam samyamupavati talks about receiving the flawless divine form as she gets the divine Kong, etc. from the Lord. So this is the Vedic verse actually. Then Shokshnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmano Vipaschita. That Muktatma along with the Supreme Lord enjoys all the divine qualities. So these are the two important aspects which Āndāl describes in these two particular Pasurams, 26 and 27. And now being a Prasadam, Krishna Prasada Pasuram, let us have a look of the Krishna Prasadam, how he enjoys the Lord, enjoys the Prasadam in the 10th canto of 13th chapter, 11th verse. Bibhat Venum Jathara Patayoho, Shrungavetre Chakakshe, Vame Pano Mashruna Kavalam Tat Phalani, Angulisu, Tistan Madhye Swa Parishuddho Hasayan, Narmabhihi Swaihi, Swargaloke Mistaihi, Bubhuje Yagna, Bhuk Bale Kelihi. Krishna is the Yagna Bhukta, Bhuktaram Yagna Tamsam. So in all the Yagnas, Krishna is the only person who accept the Havis. That is, he eats only offering of Yagna, but to exhibit his childhood pastimes, he now sat with his flute tucked between his waist and his tight cloth on his right side, and with his horn bugle and cow driving stick on his left side, holding in his hand a very nice preparation of yogurt and rice, with pieces of suitable fruits between his fingers. He sat like the whole of a lotus flower, looking forward toward all his friends, personally joking with them and creating jubilant laughter among them as he ate. At that time, the denizens of heaven were watching, struck with wonder at how the personality of Godhead, who eats only in Yajna, was now eating with his friends in the forest. This is what the Āndāl Tayar wants to have, that particular joyful moment, what Krishna has enjoyed with all his Gopalas in the Dwapara Yuga. She is expecting, her ambition is to have the similar pastime with the Lord in this particular Kali Yuga. So Āndāl actually, what happened is that, Āndāl Tayar actually, she wants to offer, 100 vessels of, butter and 100 vessels of kheer, payasam to the Lord. It was mentioned in Nachiyar Tirumali, Narunarum Pulil Malirununchi Nambikku, 400 தடைவில் வெண்ணெய் வை நேரிந்து பறவை வைத்தான் 100 தட நிறைந்த அக்கர வைதிசு சொன்னே அருத்திருவு உடையன் என்று வந்து எவை கொள்ளுங்கோல். The above verses Āndāl praise to Lord Sundararajan of Tirumali Runicholai. There is a place called, it's one of the Divyadesham close to Madurai. In that particular temple, Āndāl Tayar actually wishes to offer 100 vessels of butter and 100 vessels of kheer, payasam to the Lord. But unfortunately, what happens is that she actually leaves without fulfilling that particular desire, and she merges with the Lord Ranganatha, Rangamannar. So then in Ramanuja, after 1,000 years, there is a gap of 1,000 years between Āndāl and, almost 1,000 years gap between Āndāl and Ramanuja, Srila Ramanujacharya. Then Srila Ramanujacharya, to fulfill the desire of Āndāl Nachiyar, he offered this 100 vessels of butter and 100 vessels of payasam to the Sundara Rajan in Tirumalironi Cholai, the place which is close to the then Āndāl appears and thanks Ramanujacharya, saying that thanks for offering, fulfilling in this thing. Thanks for offering, the 100 vessels of payasam to Sundarajan. Then while describing this, she calls Ramanuja as Annan. It means, elder brother, basically. So then that's the reason why from there onwards, Ramanuja is also called, Srila Ramanujacharya is also called as a brother of Āndāl Tayar. Āndāl Tiruvadagale Sharanam. Hare Krishna. Oh, Prabhu, I had done in time, or maybe I took an extra time, I'm not sure.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Krishna, still more time. So very nice. You're fortunate to have today very important sloka from your Lotus mouth. We are very blessed with hearing the Bhagavad Gita, Ramayanam, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, so many other Puranas we quoted. So it's a very, this is first time we are hearing from you on the English platform, Hare Krishna. So very blessed and hope so. We always remember His Grace Parameshwar, Gaur Prabhu and Gita Parameshwari Mataji on this day, because every year on 27th of this Kudare Vellim Sri Govinda Pāsuram day, they ensure that day the Mangalārati is booked at their house. So every year we get this whatever you described, the geese falling from the was all that we used to see that in their home. So it is almost more than 100 the parcels we make on that day. Many are joined that day. So we very fortunate to now we are only seeing the picture, but we used to eat on that day in their home. We hope that everybody would have enjoyed this Kudare Vellim Pāsuram with his Dharmaraja Murari Prabhu's Lotus mouth. We have some announcement for the
Prabhu, before just give me 1 minute. I have one small announcement.
Still yet to come.
One small announcement, Prabhu. One small announcement. Since you mentioned about Kudare, so on 14th January in Russell Khaima, the Telugu community they're doing the Goda Kalyanam. So fortunately, I got an opportunity to start that particular event in Russell Khaima 10 years back, and it is continuously happening there. So there, 1 year it happened, the Kalyanam happened on the Kudare day. So from there onwards, for the last 4-5 years, they are continuing the tradition of doing Kudare. So this Sunday also on 14th January, they are offering 54 vessels of Kudare to the Goda and Rangamannar. So you are not missing it, 14th January, and can go and Russell Khaima and enjoy the Kudare there. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. So that's an important announcement, so that we can all join in Russell Khaima for the 14th January. That's Sunday. So if you have any information required, you can contact us and on this forum. Hare Krishna. So we are, I think Prabhu has covered almost the similar sloka from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam also, which is our prime aspect when we talk about Tiruppāvai. So that also is Prabhu has covered. Very nicely has taken. Now we're just waiting for the other rooms to close and start our announcement. So
So if I know any mistakes from me, please
Pray
forgive
for
me.
today, the host, that's a physical offline host for the Mangalārati today is our Keshava Bharati Prabhu and family. So you can see the picture. I will show you his son. So enthusiastically just got up and he was singing the we were singing the Guru Ashtakam and he was just clapping it, that's the enthusiasm we have. It is the Tiruppāvai and Śrī Āndāl has scored so much such a wonderful souls, even the small child. Just coming, I mean, it's a time to sleep for them, but they also got up and and join our Tiruppāvai Mangalārati. So this is a very auspicious occasion, and also we're fortunate that all of us joined together, because here only the joining together, that's a very important aspect as described in this Pāsuram also. Kodi Kodindu Elo Rambavai. So that's a very important. Together we have to join. That's what Srila Prabhupada also teaching us. Every time we need to be together joining for the Mangalārati, and all the Krishna conscious activities revolves around togetherness, going cooperative and having togetherness. And so the host is Keshava Bharati Prabhu and family, our wife Srimati Disha Mataji, Shriman Pushpak Prabhu, and Bhakta Prahlad. That's what the child, Bhakta Prahlad. So we are fortunate to have at their home, and will pray for their bhakti progress. 3 times we'll chant for them, and we'll have Hare Krishna. So 3 times we'll chant, all of us together we'll chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Krishna. The Gita Jayanti month is still going on. E-marathon, that is a book distribution around the whole world. This month is going on still. Anyone wanted to join to distribute the books, you can contact us. And we are having 3 types of distribution. That is BG Dan. That is primarily you can just give a Dan as a token Lakshmi, and or the other thing is you can distribute the books in India. Just you have to give the address and in India, and we will distribute the books there. And also you can order locally also any Bhagavad Gita books or Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So all can be ordered here, and we can deliver it locally also. These are the 3 types. Anybody who want to join, please join, contact us on this forum, and we can reach out to you. So any other prayers, Prabhu? Okay. Hare Krishna. The host today is Disha Mataji's Janam Divas today. So that is also one of the occasions. They have taken this occasion to opportunity to on this Tiruppāvai day. Hare Krishna. Anyone wants to say anything?
Rajendra Kumar Chopra Prabhu, he is hospitalized.
Hare Krishna.
Cancer.
One of the devotee, Rajendra Chopra Prabhu, got hospitalized due to some detection of cancer. So we pray sincerely to the God to protect them. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, அனைத்து வைஷ்ணவருடைய ஆசீர்வாதம் வேணும். இன்னைக்கு என்னுடைய பர்த்டே, பிறந்த நாள்.
Hari Bol Agar. Bhagwan Govinda's Prabhu's birthday today also. So his Janamdin also. So we seek special prayer from Lord for one more the Janamdin. Nanda Kishore Prabhu, our DDY Sevadari, main Sevadari, whose both daughters, I think names Emani and Emangi, both of them's birthday today. So 3 birthdays we are celebrating on this forum. So we'll chant loudly for all the Vaishnavas to progress in bhakti and give us their association with us. So 3 times we will chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare Krishna. The session does not stops here. It goes, continues. We have Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam every day, Nityam Bhāgavata Sevayā. After this, that means 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. So please join, stay on this platform for the Nityam Bhāgavata Sevayā. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So we will have tomorrow, same time, we will meet again at 5 a.m. Hare Krishna.